Do the usual starting up stuff, and then we'll get right into it. So, I'm a little behind tonight, but I think we'll be okay. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. In the thumbnail. What's up, first loser? Hey, Pixel Knight. Yeah, new game tonight. We will see how it goes. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Pixel Knight. Woo! It's Go Josh. G-O Josh. Doobie-doo. Almost done with the housekeeping stuff. Just a minute, guys. Okay. Got that set up. Okay. We had one. So last stream was on Saturday, and we played all the way through Shredder's Revenge with 6 people. It was super fun. My brother Josh is in chat. He was there. It was really good. One of the streamers that came was Metroid. I don't know why. I know he was already following, but it said that he followed in between, so we're going to recognize that here. But yeah, first loser, Pixel Knight, Master Zero. Thanks for coming, you guys. I'm pretty excited today, mostly because of what Pixel Knight brought up when he said it finally happened, and that is I should probably just pull up the trailer. So yeah, let me do that. You know, excitement all around.
I'm lost. Oh, the lost toy.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, let's pull up this view and pull in here. Yes. So this is the game that I talk about pretty frequently on this channel. The series has 6 games in it, and I've played the first one and the third one. And the reason I bring it up so often is it combines like 2 of my favorite things. My favorite franchise is Mega Man, and this has one of my favorite battle systems ever in an RPG. It's so good. It combines like a trading card game. It combines like the deck mechanic of a card game with the action mechanics of like a Mega Man game. You play through in real time, but all of your special attacks deal with this deck mechanic, which is really cool. But of course, the big question
Mega Man
for
Battle
me
Network Legacy Collection
is, can you play the multiplayer? Because right here, no matter what, we're always connected. Okay, well, are we going to be able to connect and play the multiplayer? And can we do it online? I mean, I will be... The biggest disappointment for me is going to be if it is just the Game Boy Advance games on a new system. Because if that's all it is, I already have that. I have that on the Wii U. I have all the Game Boy Advance games on a modern system. What I want is I want some modern features. I want to be able to link up my Switch to someone else's and do the multiplayer. Even if that's local, I'll be satisfied. Not as satisfied as I could have been if they make it online. If I can go online and get a random match made to battle someone and all of that, then, you know, that's what I want. That is what the whole reason that I've been asking for a Battle Network collection is so that I can play the multiplayer with other people without using a Game Boy Advance, 2 copies of the game, and a link cable. So that is the big thing. I posted in the Discord. I tweeted about it. This needs to have online multiplayer so that I can play people like Pixel Knight and Master Zero and all that stuff. Master Zero says, afraid I only watch the anime. I know Jared would play it on a computer simulator. Jared is our brother. So yeah, Jared emulated it, played through it. So yeah. Important. Exciting. I am very much looking forward to it. That was announced in the Nintendo Direct. That was this morning, in the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. And yeah, I'm just excited. I am excited for it. So Pixel Knight says absolutely no one is going to use that filter. I'm very tempted to connect my Switch online just to beat Seth or come to Utah. Yeah, because that's the thing, is I played the online with Kensei Zero. We both had the game in high school. We both had it on Game Boy Advance SP. We both had a link cable. And we would play against each other all the time. He had Battle Network 3 Blue. I had Battle Network 3 White. So... okay. Yeah. Let's jump into the game. We got lots to talk about tonight, but let's jump into the game. This is a brand new game for me. Never played it. I first saw this game in a Nintendo Indie World showcase. So it's called Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roars. And this game actually already has a sequel out on Steam. So let's run through and let's just see it. This is supposed to be, the impression that I got from the trailer and the demo is that this is supposed to be like a one-player Dungeons and Dragons type game where we're going to have a narrator that's heavily involved and I'm going to be making the choices, but they're going to be reading everything to me. I do really like that main theme. That piano, it's like haunting, but encouraging. Really cool, really good. Pixel Nice is also a new Bomberman game and Pac-Man World remake. Definitely going to buy those. I like the way that it layers the instruments on as it plays through the phrases. Really cool. Yeah, and I know I'm not the only one that checks the settings before they start a game. Okay, so game settings, text, emphasize, important, in red or underline. We can go with red. Okay. Oh, cool. You can reset which one confirm and cancel is. So if you go with this one, it's the Nintendo default setting where the outside button, A, is confirm. But if you do it on this setting, then the bottom button is confirm, which is more like the other two consoles. Whoops. Pixel Knight says, this isn't really like D&D if we can't derail the campaign in hilarious ways, like trying to make a nuke or something. Wait, what did I click on? I thought I went back to options, but it's loading something. Did I hit new game? I hit new game, right?
Good afternoon, or should I say evening, morning. Morning? At
Evening.
any rate, I'm the Game Master. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Before we begin, there is something I must tell you. You see, my job is to draw you into this world with my voice and cards, which is why I believe it best for you to play with the sound on. In fact, I insist on it. However, as you can see, my voice is subtitled, so you can always read along as well.
Usually I like playing with subtitles on, but that's mostly because I have kids and everything. So, but since we're going to be streaming it, let's not play with the subtitles. Let's go with the voice.
Now then, are you ready? Let's begin. Welcome to Voice of Cards. You are about to take the first steps of your adventure. Through a realm of sword and sorcery you will travel.
That's a
Fight
miss.
thirsty monsters as you strive to realize your ambitions.
Everyone says play with subtitles. All right, I'll turn on subtitles.
I have every faith you will accomplish great things here.
I don't like it when games do this. These are just two ways of phrasing the same question. Who might you be?
I am merely a witness to your exploits. Now then, your departure draws nigh. May your journey be a safe one.
The Dragon and the Isle of Bliss.
We begin in a cave. The surrounding rocks are slimy with damp. It feels as if some foul creature could leap out from the shadows at any moment. Yet in this horrible place gathers a fellowship of 3 adventurers. One is a young woman. You can tell just by looking at her, she enjoyed a good upbringing. Another is a stoic warrior. He stands at the ready, scanning his surroundings for any sign of threat. Last but not least is the old man. He has a sagely air and gazes into the darkness stretching out before him. These adventurers seek a certain treasure hidden in this cave.
All right, let's... Okay, so it's not letting me open up options yet.
An iron door towers before you. It has rather conspicuous handles.
What will you do? Choose a card and hold the A button to raise it up ever so slightly. If you hold it just long enough, you may be able to peek at what it contains. Oh, push or pull? Well, that definitely looks like a pull door, doesn't it? Oh, so this must be just practice on how to kind of peek at the consequence of your choice, and I think that's really interesting. Pixel Knight says, Master Zero, I am trying to play D&D. I guess I haven't been in any campaigns, but do plan on DMing some eventually, and streaming. Master Zero replies, I've played a few times. I'm a lover of it. I was too novice to properly play with the group at the time, but I know DMing is kind of hard. Pixel Knight says, I'm planning on playing in 1 or 2 first. Plus, I'm pretty good with on-the-fly storytelling.
The stoic man takes hold of the handles and pulls as hard as he can, but the door doesn't so much as budge. The stoic man winds his leg back and lets fly a powerful kick into the door. As his foot connects, the door trundles to the side. So it was one of those sliding contraptions.
Ah, so no matter what we would have picked. But that's okay, this is just a tutorial.
Something leaps out at the fellowship from the darkness.
We haven't needed subtitles yet because everything that the Game Master says has been written on these cards. Okay, so this is the combat table. The fight is on. Take down all the enemies and victory shall be yours. Okay, so we can pass, deal magic damage. It looks like these use the crystals that are in the box up there, or we can just use our magic to deal damage. We have some items. Okay. So it's your very basic turn-based RPG system. The number in red indicates health. When a card's health drops to 0, it becomes incapacitated. A card's attack is indicated in its lower left, its defense in the lower right. Give careful consideration to your and your opponent's values before acting. Contemplation, generate 1 gem. Deal attack +5. Okay, so my attack is 15. So if I deal wind damage, is that 15 damage to all? Okay, so it's not. That does it for battle basics. The rest is up to you. Play your hand wisely. So now it's going to give us the big guy. Result: a good warrior wastes no time.
These adventurers have seen their fair share of battle and defeat their attackers with ease. As the trio approaches the treasure chest, an awful rumbling resounds deep in the cave. You shall not have it, a voice growls. Before the wary trio appear creatures the likes of which they've never seen.
Ooh. Oh no, slimes. And a skeleton. So I'm guessing there's going to be, you know, some element system in play here. Ooh, critical hit. Excellent, excellent. Wait, I'm not factoring their defense into this. How does that work? Okay, so his attack is 13 and my defense is 12, so he did 1. Okay, so is it strictly attack minus their defense? Okay, so if that's the case, my attack is 13, the slime's defense is 8. Another critical. Excellent, excellent.
Excellent.
And that's what the guy says as well. Master Zero continues the conversation with Pixel Knight, saying, "Ha, my drama class somewhat helped me in the new ages of role-playing in D&D." Pixel Knight replies, "Funnily enough, I have also been in a drama class and hope to take another next year and hopefully will. I had to memorize 3 things at once for a bit during that class. It was 2 shows in one class, and the other not and a monologue. I had to remember and perform at the end of the semester." Master Zero says, "Well, with the popular Critical Role Twitch stream, I've found players have switched to 2 camps, the ones that play for roleplay and the others who play for just the game." Pixel Knight says, "Slimes with swords." It's true, silly me, they're not just slimes. They're slimes, they're armed slimes with swords and shields. Master Zero says, "I did 2 years of drama in high school. I was in 3 plays, 2 short plays, and I had 3 monologues. Honestly, it really helped me learn how to speak up." Yes, I do recall Master Zero in his, I watched him when he was in, Peter Pan. Okay, so Frostbomb will take out our skeleton. And then we'll just send in the big guy. So when he says deal damage, plus 8. That should do 16, and it did 18? Okay, so it looks like those are just rough approximations. I'm not going to be able to just, you know... It looks like I'm not going to be, you know, calculating exactly what and when and how it's all going to work. But that's okay. If it was exact, then the game would just turn into a math problem, even more than what it usually is.
The young woman edges around the monster's bulk to stand before the treasure chest. There is treasure inside, no doubt about it, but it's locked tight.
There's got to be some way of opening it. Please pick one. A solve, a torch, or a key. I'm gonna go with the key.
The woman slides the simple key into the lock. The chest clicks open.
Daddy, raiders are coming.
What?
Don't worry, we will defend
Meowing
you.
Kitty with the raid? Meow, wait, did you stream on Tuesday? Am I going crazy? I didn't know you were streaming. But thank you so much for raiding. Guys, Meowing Kitty was one of the first people that I encountered when I started streaming, and she's wonderful. So, she plays almost exclusively cat games. So if you enjoy cat games, definitely click on her name and go check out her channel. Let's see, Master Zero said, or no, Pixel Knight says, "I got to write a short script. I use superhero since Kaiju and Power Rangers like this thing weren't possible." And Meowing Kitty says, "Hello, hello." And Pixel Knight says, "Welcome, Raiders. Refreshments are on the table. You'll have to roll a nat 20 to get some." We are playing Voice of Cards. So this was released on the Switch last year. And I like the card aesthetic. So far, the Game Master narrator has been wonderful. But yeah, Meow and Kidding, what were you playing on a Tuesday? Were you speed running? Was it a timed Tuesday? Now, as I recall, you have those. So, Meow and Kitty says, "How have you been?" I've been wonderful. I'm pretty excited. A game that I've been looking forward to was announced, the Mega Man Battle Network Collection. I just hope it lives up to my expectations. But yeah, let me know what you were playing and how it went. We're just opening a treasure chest. We are still like at the very beginning.
Inside is what appears for all the world to be an ordinary medicine bottle.
Medicinal looking liquid in an ornate bottle.
Last, we've retrieved the royal treasure, the old man says. The woman and warrior exchange a nod.
White-robed adventurers found the royal treasure.
Their quest complete.
Meowing Kitty says, my boyfriend is visiting, so we played some NES games together. And Master Zero says, ooh, NES, what games? Said, I had lots of fun, broke a few games because you know me. Ooh. Cool. Cool. So yeah, your basic JRPG plot. We've got a dragon that was slain in the past and is now returned. So we've left the cave and it looks like we've returned to the throne room.
This is Castle Advent. Queen Nilla reigns over the kingdom from within its walls. In the crowded audience chamber jostle all manner of knights, adventurers, and bounty hunters. The white-robed adventurers stand close to the throne. A palace guard calls over the tumult, "Be silent. Her royal majesty graces us with her presence." The cacophony ceases the moment Queen Nilla enters the chamber. Seated upon the throne, the queen faces the crowd. Her lips part. "Thank you all for heeding my call to slay the dragon. Whatever it takes to defeat this reawakened evil, I ask that you do it. Whomsoever conquers this beast will be honored for ages to come and handsomely rewarded." At that, the gathered crowd cheers loud enough to shake the castle's very foundations. "Leave the dragon to us, your majesty," say the white-robed adventurers, as if the beast's demise at their hands is assured. "Indeed, you did well to reclaim the royal treasure," the queen replies. "I thank you, for my stomach becomes most upset without it. So the treasure is a staple of the royal medicine cabinet. It puts my mind at ease to know the Ivory Order offers its aid in slaying the dragon. The trio are disciples of the Ivory Order, a charitable organization beloved the realm over. Indeed, anyone would think this illustrious trio the heroes of our tale.
Oh,
They'd be wrong.
interesting. Of course, these people are too established.
So we just gotta slay the dragon and we'll be drowning in gold. the man trails off, drooling over unknowable fantasies. Beside him, a strange creature lets out a chirping coo. Pay attention, because this is important. There he is, or there you are, I should say, the hero of our tale.
Meowing Kitty says we had lots of fun. Broke a few games because you know me. Gauntlet, Dr. Mario, a few homebrews. Ooh, homebrews. TMNT Manhattan Project until we soft locked the game. Oh, bummer. And baseball. Sunday we played Tetris with one person moving pieces and one person rotating pieces. Battletoads, Chippendale, and a few others I can't quite remember off the top of my head. Oh, well, I'm a fan of Chippendale Rescue Rangers as a two-player game. I played that on this channel with Can't Say Zero. And there are a few other really good NES two-player games, like Battletoads is one of them. I've never beaten Battletoads, but I have played it a lot. And playing Tetris that way would be crazy. I don't think I could do it. Pixel Knight says the warrior must be cold. Put on more than a quarter of a shirt. And Master Zero says, I have to admit that vest design is cool, but so impractical. Pixel Knight says they're secretly evil, aren't they? Man Master Zero says that Tetris play sounds awesome. Meow and Giddy says I was crying. My partner was not cooperating, and it was chaos. And there's my latest video. It came out 2 weeks ago. And it's on my experience when we played Lost Vikings for the Super Nintendo. All right, so the voices told us that we need to pay attention because this is the hero of our tale. That makes sense. The Ivory Order trio, they seem to be more established. When you're playing a JRPG, you need to play as a fresh face, a new character, so that you can go on that hero's journey with them.
A humble bounty hunter. You love little in this realm more than coin.
Meow and Kitty says, I really want to get this game too. I remember liking the demo. Yes, I also played the demo and I really enjoyed it.
A seemingly tedious fellow who doesn't hesitate to claim the title of hero for yourself. When you heard about the quest to slay the dragon, it was the promise of reward that lured you to the castle. Now then, if you wish to officially register for the hunt, see me so I can get your signature. You wonder why you need to sign anything, but head for the guard anyway.
It's a good point. All right. I'm guessing we're going to run into the people.
Shall we?
As you continue on your journey, your objective will change. Press the X button when you need a reminder of what to do next. Always a good feature when games include that. You will see cards with glowing edges on your adventure. Step onto one to trigger an event that will move the story along. Alright, now we can go into the menu. We've got our main party here. I guess we can save the game. Meow and Katie said, I don't want to spoil it too much, so bedtime for me. Hope everyone has a good night. Well, thank you for rating Meow and Kitty. You're always welcome here, and it's always good to have you. I definitely hope to catch more of your streams when I can. So have a good night. Pixel Knight says, that game lied. You found the Vikings in the first level. It's true. Master Zero said, oh ho, so this is how they get your what's your name adventurer. Ah, yes, I think Master Zero's onto something here. Now, wait a minute. Okay, collection. Okay. items, equipment, skills, characters, monsters, movies. Owned cards, item, equipment, and key items, and setup, skills, abilities, equipment, and parties. So that's where I equip everything. Nothing in the options. So, how do I get to the options? Well, I know one way we can get back to the options. We can restart the game. So yeah, Pixel Knight brought up a few other games that were announced, like the new Bomberman game and the new Pac-Man game. Now, the new Pac-Man game really gets my interest. I've heard a lot of good things about Pac-Man World, but I've never played it. So that's one I'm definitely going to keep my eye on. As far as Bomberman, though,
that the cross button and not the X button.
I don't know if I'm going to be looking into any more Bomberman. Alright, so let's go items, game settings. We already looked at these. Customize avatar. Oh. No, I'm good with the default. I probably gotta pay for those.
Hello there.
Hello, Napsy. Pixel Knight says, for some reason this makes me want to play the actual Final Fantasy III remake on the DS. Oh, okay. We'll go. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, all the cosmetic stuff I'm not interested in. All the default stuff is fine. I'm very happy with the background music. But what's up, Napsy? Language, text, voice, sound. I do want the background music a little quieter. And other. There it is, subtitles. Subs on. There we go. Okay, there we go. Pixel Knight says, I haven't played Pac-Man World, but this new one definitely has features not in the original. And Master Zero says, Napsy, do you do things as your name suggests? And Napsy says, well, my new stream intro says so. Oh, you have a cool stream intro now? That's awesome. Alright, let's jump back in. Napsy says, yes, check the VOD. I definitely will. This is something I'll give the game something right off the bat. Usually, even when I have someone narrating or speaking the lines, then I will still read them in my head and then skip them. So I will cut them off and immediately go to the next line. But this narrator, so far, has me captivated to the point where I want to wait and listen to him read them.
The Ivory Order will be the
They're
ones
not
to restore
toys,
peace to
they're
the land.
figurines!
Brags a white-robed man.
Hepsi says, I also have a Start Over Redemption. Oh, all right. Mega Man Battle Network Collection, anyone? Oh, yes. Very excited. We watched the trailer at the top of the stream. A big thing for me is it needs to have multiplayer online capable. That's what it needs. If it doesn't have that, I'm going to be disappointed.
My colleague made me come along, but he didn't mention we were going on a quest to slay the dragon, she says, trembling.
Napsy says, I've only played 5 and 6. Now, I've only played 1 and 3. Pixel Knight, have you played all of them? And you know what this means? If they are going to go and do a Battle Network collection, that means that eventually they will have to go and do a Star Force
The
collection.
man takes one look at your companion and shrieks, Monster!
Rude.
You think the dragon's really as tough as they say? Asks the man. his knees knocking together.
Napsy says, you want PvP battles? Yes. They had PvP battles on the Game Boy Advance, and the reason that I want a Battle Network collection is so that I can play PvP without 2 copies of the game, 2 Game Boy Advance systems, and a link cable. So... oh, this one's got color.
For slaying the dragon is as good as mine, barks the man.
Alright, so it sounds like we just have generic NPCs. We'll see if we have anything
If the
interesting.
heroes of the Ivory Order are hunting the dragon, he's as good as dead, says the man, relief spreading across his face. Keep your ears perked. You never know what you might hear that'll lead you in the right direction, the man says. You think. You'll need tough gear if you're going to beat the dragon, the man tells you. The Ivory Order trio stands before you. They seem not the most approachable of parties, but... you inquire about their identities. We are disciples of the Ivory Order. It is our duty to aid the realm and its people however we can. The Order's principal focus is developing medicine to distribute to people throughout the world. They begin blathering an answer to a question you didn't even ask.
So now the game is framing these guys as...
Sensing a long lecture ahead, you seize on the first chance to extricate yourself from their presence.
So I'm kind of with Pixel Knight. Anytime a group is portrayed as wholly altruistic, they usually end up being villains in the end. So Napsy says, I'm not sure as many people are familiar with Star Force, but I've played them. All 3. And he says, do you remember Nintendo Pals? Yes, I do remember Nintendo Pals. I did listen to a few of their podcasts. So Master Zero says, you talking Star Force, Mega Man? Yes. Master Zero says, well, all of my knowledge comes from the anime. Which Star Force had one? I don't know how well represented that one is in the anime. But I know Pixel Knight is a big fan of Star Force. So that's why I brought it up. If they're going to do Battle Network, they have to do Star Force afterward. I mean, I thought they would stop. Well, actually, they didn't do Legends yet. Maybe they did. I don't know. Napsy says, this beginning. I have this game on Steam and only did the first part. Yes, this is the beginning. We were just introduced to our player character. And Pixel Knight says, I know because I watched Nitro Red's videos on the Pac-Man World games. They definitely added some things and seem to have fixed one of his gripes. Oh, excellent, excellent. Napsy says, Andros from Nintendo Pals is creating a podcast script using AI. Oh, interesting.
Sign here, says the guard, handing you a pen and paper.
Dragon Hunters. Okay, so we're just going to go with the default name. So Ash it is. We're obviously going to be a Pokemon Master. Ash, have you gotten that written down all right? That's right.
You sign your name. After you've signed, the guard motions to the strange creature beside you. The monster, too. You sign your companion's name as well. Mar.
Oh, we don't get to write his name because he's narrated.
Traveling companion. Though he can't speak the human tongue, he seems to understand it well enough.
Bueno, bueno.
Thank you. Now we'll know what to have engraved on your tombstones.
Ha ha.
Can't ask the dead what name to mark their grave with, after all. The guard chortles. You want the reward as badly as you don't want to die. You figure you better make some strong friends.
Speak with the others gathered in the hall to form a fellowship. Okay.
Asking Queen Nilla to join you is beyond preposterous.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing that. I just wanted to know what would happen.
Killed out there, says the guard curtly.
Alright, so I'm guessing the random NPCs are probably not who I want.
You've yet to find any help for your quest. Things don't look that reassuring as they are, but the decision is up to you. In the end, you set out, just the two of you, to hunt the dragon.
Alright. An event. Interesting.
A weapons merchant accosts you in the street, despite your best efforts to mind your own business.
Suspicious weapons
He
merchant.
speaks to you in a voice barely above a whisper. You want the most powerful weapon there ever was? He conspicuously checks his surroundings before revealing this weapon of apparent renown to you. To hear him tell it, this is a legendary weapon, and you can smell the scam a mile away. And yet the aura of this weapon does have something of the legendary about it.
Will you pay him 20,000? Sure.
You open your coin purse only to find you don't have 20,000 gold pieces. No money, no sale. He tucks the weapon away once more.
Oh, let's see. Best Circles called it. And says, I very much enjoyed the death battle between the 5 Mega Man. Pixel Knight says, all we need is Brock, Misty, and some jelly donuts. Masters of the Fellowship, are we taking the hobbits to Isengard? Napsy says, I should probably play this more, but it feels kind of slow to me. See, and I think that it is going to be a slower paced game.
The proprietress inquires.
I think this is definitely going to be, one of the more slow paced, and I'm okay with that. Right now, I'm just looking for a relaxing game to play at the end of my day right now.
There's monsters outside of town.
Gilded door.
The door is shut tight. You spy a keyhole on it, suggesting the existence of a corresponding key. The child says you should see Nexton as soon as you leave the castle town.
Nexton. Okay.
You peek inside the carriage shop only to hear the owner call out that they're closed. Guess you won't be making use of them after all. Before you stands a sign. Earlier you saw the bit about the handsome reward for whoever slays the dragon. A woman stares at the sign, transfixed.
Yeah, see, that's the person that we want in our party.
Her face curls into a scowl as she notices you. Monster! The woman cries and flings magic at Mar. Startled by the spell, Mar grows dizzy.
You shout.
You gather the dizzy Mar in your arms and glare at the woman. This ain't a monster, you growl, as the woman snarls over you. I hate monsters.
Yeah, more laid back RPG.
The two of you bicker for quite a while.
Ash and woman. 1 hour later.
In the end, the woman admits she may have jumped to conclusions, but stubbornly refuses to apologize. Inwardly, you call her unsavory names as your attention shifts to a different topic of conversation.
Unsavory names, huh?
She hates the dragon and would love to take him down with her own 2 hands.
Well, we've got a mage.
She knows she's no match for him alone, so she's at a loss for what to do. When you tell her you're after the same thing, she squints down her nose at you. Fine, she says. I can help you.
Oh, interesting.
She's a little annoying, but you are looking for quest companions.
I wonder if I would have went back to all the NPCs if they all would have just refused me. And then I just saved some time leaving the castle so soon.
See the dragon dead. I don't care about anything else.
Yeah, and Misty just wanted her bicycle replaced. I'll bet you she sticks around for the whole adventure.
You hear her remarks and grin without thinking. Then you don't care about getting a share of the reward.
Yeah, she didn't get her name written down.
You happily join forces with the black-clad woman. She introduces herself as Melanie. She tells you she is a witch, but says nothing of why she hates monsters or what grudge she bears against the dragon.
Melanie, huh? Pixel Knight says Green Lanterns, especially Hal. The one they used are strong, but they let Ben use Alien X in that death battle, who can create an entire universe. Master Zero says, yes, this seems a little slow. Afraid I'll always be a more involved RPG player with my Legend of Dragoon and Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, more action-oriented RPG. Master Zero says, thank you, Pixel Knight. I didn't enjoy the reasons much for that Ben 10 one. Alright. Let's leave the area. Where were we supposed to go as soon as we left? One of the townsfolk told us. Ooh, a world map. Make your way to Nexton. That's where we're going. Nexton, south of Advent. Press the plus button to open the menu. The cards you encounter will be added to your collection. Admire your cards or replay movies that you've unlocked. So are we going to do a random encounter if I wander out here? Or is it... Well, there was no random encounter. Ask around Nexton for more information about the dragon. Yeah, see, I think this is definitely going to be a more relaxed go through. And I'm okay with that. What I'm doing is I'm comparing and contrasting this with my experience playing Final Fantasy VI, which uses the active time battle system. And then after we're done with this game, hopefully, I don't know how long it'll take. Let's actually look that up real quick. If I go to how long to beat, and do voice of cards. Main story plus extra 15 hours. So, yeah. That sounds good. It'll probably take us longer because we're gonna do the, we'll do it while we're streaming and everything. Napsy says after this you're gonna get the other Voice of Cards game. Well, I have to get through this one first. I'd like to wait for the other Voice of Cards game to come to the Switch, but
Welcome to next.
if it really hooks me, then yeah, I'll just get it on Steam because it's already been released there.
The man doesn't respond to any question except to parrot back his original greeting. How may I help you? The proprietor inquires.
Well, we haven't done any fighting yet, so we don't need any armor.
The woman tells you she's so terrified of what might happen if the dragon attacks the town. She hasn't been able to eat.
Well, that big knife she's carrying says otherwise.
The man helpfully advises you take the opportunity to purchase equipment and curatives while you are in town.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
A woman.
Napsy says, isn't it already? No, I don't think it's on the Switch. I think that it is definitely on Steam, but not on the Switch. I could be wrong.
Upon catching sight of you, she calls out for your aid. She's sprained her ankle and needs you to take her to the nearby apothecary.
Well, of course. Sure.
Try to lift the woman into your arms, but the weight's too much for you to bear. You lay the woman back down where you found her and mutter a quiet farewell before turning to leave. Upon seeing that, Melanie snaps. What kind of person are you? Ain't like it's my fault she's hurt. You whine like a child. Ignoring you, Melanie gingerly helps the woman up. Mar bends so the woman can get on his back, and the two of them head off in search of the apothecary.
And we just get left behind.
Away for a moment before following, complaining to yourself about what a waste.
Okay, so I like this. Oh, okay. Napsy has looked it up and says that it is. Yeah, so if I enjoy this game, yeah, I'll definitely pick up the next one. I usually don't like to play series back to back, so I'll probably play this one and then go on to a different game like Legend of Dragoon, and then come back and play the sequel after. But yeah, I played the demo and I enjoyed it. Transported the hobbled woman to the apothecary. So is it going to warp us there, or you can jump over to upward facing? Oh, use the right stick to choose the direction you want to jump and then press the A button. Oh, okay.
You arrive at the apothecary.
I do like that everything is like naturally happening.
The woman begins hopping up and down. Nothing holds a candle to Ivory Order medicine, she beams. She thanks you and pulls something from her breast pocket.
Is it a knife? A 1. She gives you mysterious card 1. You have no idea how to use it, but put it somewhere safe for the meantime.
You've helped someone, albeit not quite out of the goodness of your own heart. It might be a good idea to do that again, should you come across anyone else in need of assistance.
Sounds like a good idea. Scour the streets of Nexton for more information on the dragon. Very well. You've unlocked Mature Woman's Flipside Story. You can read special stories about characters and enemies you've collected on cards. Progress through the adventures and defeat the myriad enemies in your path to collect every special story. View your collection? No. Let us continue.
Nothing holds a candle to Ivory Order medicine, proclaims the woman, swigging this curative. It seems the majority of the world's medicine is made by the Ivory. That's probably part of the reason the Order has so many ardent supporters.
That makes sense. Ah, so this character has a glowing border.
If you follow this road northwest for a bit, you'll come to Thriston.
Masters, this typical RPG side quest. True. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked the Plain Girl's Flipside Story.
Apparently a monster researcher lives in Thriston and might know something about the
I also like it when NPCs are named with descriptors and not names.
Hello there.
Pixel Knight says, I'm back, and Napsy says, hi back, Seth is dad. So here we have well-liked man and healed woman and Ivory Order supporter instead of, naming each one. because I'm not going to remember their names. They're NPCs that give you one line.
It seems you've learned all you can here. Time to move on.
Excuse me. Oh no, we've run into the ivory-clad people.
Roam everywhere but the path you walk, you barrel right into someone. When you turn to see who it is, you see the ivory. Winifred, are you all right? The sagely old man asks the woman, voice full of concern. I'm fine, the woman called Winifred replies. Thank you, Hedwin. Berwin, the old man calls, turning to their stoic companion. He jerks forward, as if to defend Hedwin and Winifred.
Hedwin? Huh.
The trio advances on you. How dare you treat disciples of the Ivory Order with such disrespect?
I apologize. I offer my life as restitution.
You fall to your hands and knees, pressing your forehead to the dirt in supplication. I offer my life as restitution, you sob. Winifred stares at you, bewildered you would go to such ridiculous lengths to apologize. Muttering a half-hearted apology, you try to keep walking. But that's when you notice something in your hand. Looks like you accidentally grabbed Winifred's coin purse when you ran into her.
Oh, goodness.
Bellows Berwin, drawing his weapon. Guess you've got to fight your way past.
Oh, great.
And fight.
Oh, well, this isn't going to go well. So this is obviously one of those fights where we're not supposed to win. Oh, so this is going to be the tutorial on what happens when your character, when your party loses. Oh, goodness. Oh no, we've been defeated.
The Ivory Order laid you out flat.
The would-be hero and company.
The Ivory Order trio looks at you like they can't believe such a weakling would even try to hunt down the dragon. Taking pity on your ineptitude, the Ivory Order trio uses their magic to heal your wounds. We mustn't tarry any longer. To the monster researcher of Thryston with us.
Lead the party onward in search of the dragon once your business in town is complete. Okay, okay. So yeah, a big welcome to everyone who is here. For those of you in chat and those of you that are lurking, I hope you're having a good time. Yeah, we haven't had too many battles in this RPG yet, but it's setting up the world and the story and everything. Pickle says the three classes I usually pick for an RPG for the main character are Monk, Thief, and Rogue and Ranger. Pickle says, what do you call a foul-mouthed janitor? A custodian. And Pixel says, yep, evil. Definitely pure evil. They worship the dragon or something. And Master Zero goes, yep, definitely secret evil sect. And Nepsi says, secret tunnel through the mountain? Yes, anytime someone types the word secret in chat, that prompt will play. Pixel Knight says, I actually saw a clip of Avatar on YouTube. It was a finish the line thing. And I was able to be like, wait a minute, it's Secret Tunnel from Seth's stream. And Master Zero says, all you have to do is believe in love, which is a reference to that song, Secret Tunnel. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's see what we can get as far as armor. So we have 1,000 gold. So is the +3... Okay, yeah, X is current equipment. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I don't need to buy an iron sword. I already have one. Or the iron claws. Or the sacred staff. Or, yeah, I don't need any of this stuff. Imbued with protective magic. Accessories empty. Okay. So we probably want to buy items instead. Yeah, Napsy says, nobody panic at what I'm about to tell you, but I think that guy might be the Avatar. So yeah, let's go back to the item shop. Let's go to buy and see what we can pick up. Deals 5 damage to target, generates 3 gems, facilitates escape from dungeon. I was hoping for some curative items.
Will that be all? The proprietress asks.
Yeah. Is that where do we go to the apothecary for that?
How may I help you? The proprietress inquires.
Here we go. Pepper upper in Spirelixir. Alright, so let's grab 5 of these. Oh, I don't like this. I don't... Five torches. That'll last 2 hours, which means we have 10 hours. 10 hours whilst lighting all of them. Now we're just quoting the episode. You guys know it better than I do. Pixel Knight says, the only thing I know about Avatar is the meme with the edgelord red Scarface guy. I think his name is Ong or something. That tells the funny blue dude, that's rough, buddy. Now, the Scarface guy's name is Zuko. Cures target of deadly poison. Alright, cures target of paralysis. And pepper upper. Alright, I think we've got enough kit. Alright, so let's go ahead.
Be all? The proprietress asks.
Master Zero says, I hope you're joking, because if you aren't, you have missed out on one of the best shows. Pixel Knight says, I know the actual names are Zuko and Sokka. I haven't seen it, but I do know some of the names. Leave the area, yes. Alright, here we go. I'll tell you a show that I started watching.
Wandering can be fun, but if you want purpose and direction, I'd suggest sticking to the path.
Oh, well, I always do a little bit of aimless wandering at the start of an RPG. While exploring the world and diving deep into dungeons, you will encounter enemies with which you must do battle. Your adventure will be over if everyone in your party is KO'd. Should your journey meet an unfortunate end, you can continue from your last save point, so save often. Okay, so yeah, let's go to the menu. And we'll go to data. I do not like that it takes so long to get to data. I bet you saving is one of the primary things I do. It should be closer to the left. Master Zero says, "Gasp. I need a sound thing you have of shock." Do I have one? It's exclamation point keyword to see the list of all the keywords. Pixel Knight says, "It's on my list next to the 50 million other things I have to finish, like the original Saint Seiya, which I've only watched the first arc of, and I mean it's like 13 of at least 500 episodes." Alright, so are we gonna get some random battles now? Okay, there we go. No, just exclamation point keyword, Master Zero. Alright. So now it's going to explain the gems. You can store up to 10. Got it. I remember... Ooh, excuse me. I remember this with the... Now, I really like the fact that MP does not persist from battle to battle. It is something that you can slowly accumulate during each battle in the form of gemstones here. Oh, well, we got to get that guy now. Okay, so I should be using the mage's... Oh, nice! Nice! I should be using the mage's gemstone attack, Flame, every turn. Because I don't have any other abilities that use gemstones. It should just be that every time. Pixel Knight says there's also a sequel series, Saint Seiya Omega, and a prequel series, and the Netflix reboot, and the movies, and all the OVAs for the original. When you're low on health, open the menu, select Own Cards to use a recovery item, or take a rest at the end. View your cards? No. Yeah, this is definitely, you know, giving me vibes of, oh yeah, this is probably, you know, one of the... Like, if you were going to get started with a turn-based RPG, this would be a good option.
Let's do this.
I'm probably going to turn off some of the animations if I can. But I didn't see an option for that in the options. Yeah. Awesome. And the narrator guy was trying to tell me to stay on the path. I'm going to wander into an area where the enemies are just going to be too much for me, aren't I? Okay, so we got a slime. Still looks manageable. I do like the fact that you can see the stats of the enemy. Some of your attacks are elemental in nature. The 6 elements are fire, water, bolt, wind, light, and dark. Cards take more damage from elements they are weak to and less damage from elements they are resistant against. Knowing your enemy's strengths and weaknesses. Yep, this is all very basic for an RPG. Pixel Knight says, but guy with horse armor, cool. Pixel Knight says, I always think that part of the fun is seeing all the cool animations. No, I agree. And when I'm playing a Pokemon game, I'll usually leave the animations on for a bit. But eventually, I just want the game to get moving. And I'll turn them off. Well, that's how I feel. So the enemies are getting stronger. But it still looks like it's nothing that we can... Oh, I learned heal? Did I level up? There you go. That's your response to Pixel Knight saying he hasn't, to Pixel Knight's response to not seeing Avatar yet. And I gotta say, that is one of Pixel Knight's, that's one of Master Zero's favorite shows, so he's just passionate, as I'm sure you guys are, you know, can all relate to. So yeah, you get one gemstone every turn. You can groan at me all you want, kiddo. Excellent, excellent. All right, Mar leveled up. Now we have a body slam ability. Excellent. Got some treasure. Let's pick this one. Antidote. I like all... What?
You pick up a scrap of paper dropped by some manner of monster. It has a message scrawled on it in crude lettering.
Is this going to end up being a word scramble?
Clearly, whoever dropped this message did not want to forget where the stolen treasure is hidden. You stash the scrap of paper in your pack and resolve to keep an eye out for the treasure on your...
Monster Memo 1. You can view the hint about the treasure anytime from the key item menu. Okay. See, I like these events are something that's unique to this. Usually, usually if I'm wandering around and I'm just, you know, exploring or grinding for levels, events don't usually happen randomly, just battles do. So I really like this part of the game.
Some boughs perfect for fishing rods lie on the ground nearby. You decide to fish a while with your companions. You craft a simple rod, attach a piece of bait, and cast your... As you wait for a bite, all your companions' rods bend at once. They simultaneously struggle to pull their catches from the water. You decide to put your unresponsive rod down and help someone else with theirs. The water's surface undulates violently. You get a feeling this is going to be...
Bueno, bueno.
A giant fish soars out with a splash. It's bigger than you expected, but...
But what?
The fish arcs in the air and falls, straight down into Mars' waiting mouth. What a satisfied look.
Oh, good. I like this. This gives it, you know, the game some flavor and everything. Big fan, big fan. Master Zero says 3 different copy types of Avatar, but yes, just passionate. I've heard good things about Saint Seiya as well. I'll get to it, and Pixel Knight says, I'll get to it eventually. Like I said, there's just a lot I need to finish first. Before I start another show, I promised my dad I'd finally watch Obi-Wan, since I made a deal with him so that he would watch Superman vs. the Elite, a really good animated version of my favorite Superman story. Okay. Aha! No walking there.
Lying in the grass, you find an old telescope. You figure a look at the path ahead can't hurt, and pick it up.
Ooh, what happens?
Peering through the lens, you see something in the distance, but you can't tell exactly what. All you know is there's something up ahead. You should be able to tell for certain what it is if you get closer.
Okay, well that looks like a blade. Let's rush up to it.
Drawing upon your courage, you toss the janky telescope aside and charge ahead with your friends.
What is it? Oh, it's a knife.
But what you saw was only an old woman. You and your friends stumble over one another and barrel straight into her.
Oh, so learning the character cards are going to be helpful.
Ow, someone shouts. Seems like someone met the wrong end of the knife the woman was holding when you collided. I didn't do it, cries the woman, running off without even a hint of remorse.
I am the terror that flats in the night. I am the cholesterol that clogs your arteries. I am Darkwing Duck.
No, not that. Bewildering Wood. Enter... no. Entering the Bewildering Wood is probably something that's going to just end with my untimely demise. Master Zero says, nighty-night. Yep, have a good night, buddy. Thanks for coming on for a bit and checking out the new game. Ooh, an enemy appears. Oh, slimes are weak to fire. I need to remember that. Okay, now, if I go into the menu, collection, monsters, will it tell me what they're weak and resist? Slime, you know what? They say a hero's journey hasn't begun until you've squashed a couple of slimes underfoot. So if we inspect it, okay, flip over, this story is locked. So it's not going to tell me what they, what elements are good against them. Okay, so then over here we have... Whoops. Oh, come on. We unlocked Mature Woman, right? Mature Woman. Every morning she wakes up early to get breakfast ready, and every morning she has to take her husband's abuse. There's only so much a woman can stomach. Her mornings are quiet now, save for the soft sounds of chopping. Her husband vanished some days ago, and ever since, meat has been on the menu more often than not. Don't be messing with no mature woman there. Mm-mm. Whoa. Plain girl. Rain patters the window. A picture book lies open. Paper and paint perfume. Tiny fingers turn the page. The book is upside down. No more light in her eyes. Only memories of mother. A painted rainbow bleeds. All right. Okay. Okay. Pixel Knight says, well, that went from 0 to 60 to 100 in just a few seconds. No kidding. Pixel Knight says, I found my Egon glasses and I need to clean them. Okay. I'll bet we can't go on the mountain. Nope. Treasure chest found. 400 gold. Excellent. No, not that one.
You come across two men sitting on a rock. They take no notice of you or the party, but you can hear their fervent discussion. You listen in and deduce that they are a pair of thieves.
Ah, well, we're in good company.
Lean in, trying to hear what else the thieves are talking about. You catch pieces of the conversation here and there. I hid the goods. Head south just before the bridge. No. Whatever ye do, don't go into the bewildering wood.
No plans so far.
Sounds like they've just told you where to find their stolen loot. You hastily grab a scrap of paper, write down what you've heard, and quietly sneak away.
Ah, well, we have been there already. Let's go check that out. Pixel Knight says, you never know when I'll need Egon glasses. I could use them for Clark Kent or Peter Parker pre-powers. This is true. This is true.
Congrats.
Oh, thanks. Okay, well, I feel like we are... Add the value of a roll to attack and deal wind damage. Okay. I feel like we are leveled where we're supposed to be.
And fight.
Oh no, actually we want lame. This will probably take him out in one hit. Yeah. That was a fight for the ages. So I've been watching that show The Quest. We've talked about that earlier. Ooh, event.
Something's catching the sunlight just so. You move closer to get... You find a chest lodged in the hollow of a tree. Something about this feels familiar. Sure enough, this is the location those thieves quite convinced you found their stash. You open the chest with a self-satisfied smirk.
Bueno, bueno. Oh no, not that. Menu. Equipment. All right. Ooh. Oh, simple breastplate. We'll upgrade this to steel breastplate. There we go. Excellent, excellent. Pixel Knight says, hopefully if I do Peter Parker, my loved ones won't start dropping like flies, and my love life won't get complicated. Yes, I hear that is very tricky for Mr. Parker. But yeah, The Quest. So The Quest is a reality game show, but this is definitely the kid version of it. And so they've taken 8 teenagers and... Oh, it resists wind. So they take 8 teenagers, they stick them in, you know, just deep into a fantasy world. And they give them a series of challenges and whatnot. And so I've been watching it with my kids. My 2 older kids very much enjoy it. Deal damage equal to the value of 2 rolled dice. 2 rolled dice could get me 12, but my attack is already 12. And so yeah, my kids have been enjoying it. But I will say, because the quest... So the teenagers they have in the show are like, you know, probably 12 to 15. And the show, I feel, is targeted at like preteens. It's slower paced for sure. Not that that's bad or anything, but
You gradually become aware of a voice to yank the old man free. Oh, it seems an old friend of his lives in. He says he'll make it worth your while. Will you show
so we take him to Nexington.
You ask the old man about himself. It turns out he belongs to a wealthy family. Visions of lavish rewards begin to dance in your head. You offer him safe passage to Nexton.
Yeah, that won't be a problem. So yeah, on the quest, so they definitely have quests. So each episode is formatted to where the group of heroes are called paladins, and so in each episode something happens.
You cannot help but feel they are not after you, but rather the wealthy old man in your care. Protect the old man at all costs.
Got it. And so something happens and all the paladins need to work together to solve the problem. And then there's a different there later in the back half of the episode, there's an individual competition where each paladin is competing against one another in a challenge. And so you can tell they have gotten, you know, the teenagers, the paladins in this episode, in this show, very much they talk about teamwork and trust and all of that. And oh yeah, that's fine. And so it ends up actually being very slow, and you can 100% tell the difference between the actors that are a part of the show and the paladins, or you know, the teenagers that aren't. Yeah, that's not good at all.
Good work.
So it's been interesting to watch. Like I said, my kids enjoy it, so I'll probably end up watching the whole thing. But I'm ready for them to like compete.
Seems I'm safe with you lot, the old man says shakily, dabbing the sweat from. You would best deliver the man to Nexton, lest any more bandits decide to.
All right, we'll go to Nexton. Pixel says, recently I decided on sort outfit for my videos. I'm going with an open black hoodie with a Triforce in the upper chest corner with any nerd jeans and a green slip-ons with white bottoms. Still need to find some good ones though. Napsy says, did you find random battles? Yes. Pixelnight says, right as I mentioned that, I found some good ones. And Pixelnight says, that old man is going to try to murder us, isn't he? Alright, this will take out the slime. So yeah, I'll let you guys know if the quest ends up shaping up as anything better than it is right now. But right now it's just very slow. Any nerd shirt? Oh, nerd shirt. Yes, yes. Oh, good. Quality solve. Yeah. Good. Ooh, another old telescope one. Okay, so we know what this one is.
You leave the janky telescope where you found it, and make your way cautiously toward what you saw.
Creepy poke nerd.
Phew. Looks like it was only an old woman.
Yeah, well, we know about the old woman.
You try to say hello, but she wanders off without even registering your presence.
All right, a soothstone. Excellent, excellent. All right, I guess we should stick to the road a bit more. This way to Thryston.
Something flies in front of you. Your friends are startled back, but your hand shoots out. You manage to catch whatever it is. When you open your hand, you see what you've snagged.
A Wednesday ring. Okay, okay. Well, that was cool. Pixelnight says, I took inspiration from stuff like Nitrorad and the Completionists since they have their own looks. Napsy says, what was the town before that one? So the road goes up eventually. The town before the one that we're going to, I don't remember the name of it. Oh, goody. We'll just deal some damage. Oh, yes. Nexton. Then Thryston.
Nice work.
So you can tell a lot of these first world... Yeah, Napsy says it's going to be like Earthbound all over again. What were they? Because, yeah, I know what you're going for with the number... What was it? Oh, so the second town is Tucson and Earthbound, and then... I can't remember the rest of them. Oh, Onet, Tucson, Threed. Yeah, that's what... Yep. Threed, that's right. So yeah, you can tell the enemies here are very much... you know, as long as you keep on the attack button, you've unlocked Orcchild's enemy story. Oh, okay. Good. So far, those have been interesting.
Down the road, muttering about what jerks those three from the Ivory Order are. Cut it out, chides Melanie. She warns you your anger will only come back to bite you in the rear.
I do like that my character has, you know, feelings and emotions and opinions about stuff, because I know I've said this a few times before, but I'm not a fan of the silent protagonist anymore. I want my protagonist to you know, be a part of the story.
But your sulking is cut short when out of the thicket leaps a monster.
Oh no! Something that'll probably attack us.
Must have hit it because it is really mad. Brace yourself for battle.
To battle! All right. Let's try fire. Pixel Knight says, I might get the hoodie custom made since I can't find any in my size. And Napsy says, I'm at least glad the battle isn't drawing random cards and shuffling the deck each time. Like Slay the Spire. Oh. Well, Slay the Spire is, let's see, I think they call it a roguelike deck builder, so it is supposed to be different every time. But yeah, this is definitely more traditional turn-based RPG fare. Oh, nice. We got a 6. Oh, it's weak to wind. Alright, alright. Pixel Knight says, yep, those guys are evil. Evil with a capital E. And Napsy says, I know, I was worried you'd have something similar on this card-based game. Oh, yeah. Okay, level 4. I like the sound of that. Alright, to Thriston. Enter Thriston. Yes. Visit the good doctor in Thriston. Lucky for you, there are all sorts of establishments in town to support you on your adventure. Would you care to have them explained? Sure. I'll bet I know most of them, but... Yep, the inn, rest here, the apothecary to buy curing armor. They sell weapons and armor. Item shop for your items. Here we go. Game parlor. Come here and play some card games when you need a break. Okay, I'm all for card games. Carriage shop. For a nominal fee, the driver will take you to any town you've already visited. Okay, so fast travel. That about sums it up. Okay. Well, huh? Oh, I just can't go into the well.
The man says you'll need a torch to explore caves.
Oh, and he's a torch-bearing man.
And, he adds, it just so happens you can buy them at the item shop. You get the feeling he probably works for said shop.
Yeah, probably. Bathing man?
The man scours his skin with a wash. Apparently, he blames his natural musk for his unlucky love life.
Card games in a card game? Napsy says, is Fortin next? Or Fortin? Or Quadston? I don't know. Oh, Napsy says, wasn't the old guy going to Nexton? Oh, alright.
Whiff of scent wafting off him. An idea strikes you. Maybe getting rid of the toxins within the body would get rid of the odor without, too.
Test your theory out by giving the man an antidote. Yeah, we'll give him one.
Hand him an antidote and he chugs it down. As soon as he's finished, the odor completely disappears. Overjoyed, the man resolves to tell the person he likes how he feels. From his breast pocket, the man...
Aha! We did something nice. So we get mystery card 2. See, I'm paying attention.
The woman who fashions
Bewitching
herself a
woman.
missionary of love haughtily cries she's too beautiful and popular for her own good.
Well, gee, I wonder who the bathing man is going to talk to.
The woman tells you a monster stole something
Mugged woman?
from her. If only someone could get it back for me, she sighs. What did it steal, you ask? Medicine, says the woman, to give my skin a lustrous glow.
Oh, a knight.
Monsters have been mugging people along this stretch of road lately. The Ivory Order is searching for where they're stashing the stolen goods.
I'll bet we find it before you guys do.
Cyprian Amber.
Whoa!
I'm sorry. Cyprian Amber has lived here for many years, conducting research on monsters.
Cyprian Hombre. Excuse me, Cyprian. that, I like that.
All the townsfolk affectionately call him Cypri. If anyone knows anything about the dragon, it's him. He's a veritable monster expert.
Ask Cypri about the dragon.
You ask Cypri if he knows anything about the dragon. He says he'll tell you if you do him a favor.
Very well.
Monsters stole a precious treasure from him.
I thought we might get to that.
If you reclaim the treasure, Cypri promises to tell you all he knows about the dragon. It seems the treasure-thieving monster makes its hideout in the western cave. That's where you'll want to head.
Alright, and so for that we're going to need torches, and we can buy torches at the item shop. Pixel Knight says the villain from Pokemon X and Y looks less evil than the Ivory Order guys. Norman Osborn looks less evil. Pixel Knight says, I watched some Spider-Man the Animated Series episodes today, and Mark Hamill does the Hobgoblin, and he just does his Joker voice. Like, seriously, it's just the Joker voice. I felt that same way when I watched He-Man. The He-Man on Netflix. Because Mark Hamill voices Skeletor, and yeah, he just does the Joker voice, which I'm okay with, but... I don't know how many torches we're going to want. So we'll take 3. Excuse me. All right. This game saved a bunch on voice actors. Yeah, no kidding. Leave the area. Yes, we will go back to Nexton, as Napsy has pointed out. Oh, the road just kind of ends there. This way to Thryston. Okay. An event.
Trees bearing very solid-looking nuts whip to and fro in the force of the gale. This doesn't bode well for you.
Uh-oh. Oh no! Yes!
A bunch of nuts fly off from the trees, but you and your friends hightailed it out of there before any of them could hit you.
I really like these random events. Okay, so I'm looking at these. Napsy says, I'll catch you later, Seth. I'm going to continue to build this tomorrow night, most likely. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, guys. Napsy was building Lego on his stream. I did come down. I was looking at streams, and so I was lurking in your stream. Of course, I had to go back upstairs and help with the kids, but yeah. If you're looking for some good discussion and a Lego building stream, definitely go check out Napsy for sure. Bonk. All right, victory for us. How dare you lurk? Well, that's what I'm best at. Event. This must be the old man event.
The wealthy old man looks considerably relieved as the party sets foot inside Nixton.
Napsy says, "Want to play Fall Guys sometime?" I haven't played that one yet. Although I will admit, Fall Guys has piqued my interest, and I do want to try it now that it's on Switch, but I don't know when. And the other thing is, I don't feel in a hurry because it's a free-to-play game, so I'm like, it'll always be there. So I don't know. And Pixel Knight says good night to Napsy.
He reaches into his pack and hands you a pouch full of gold. This is to be your reward, he says. The next instant, he takes off for the center of town, shouting, "I shall be there soon, my love."
Oh! That is many much gold. Napsy says you could watch my VOD of that too. This is true.
And fight.
Alright, this will take out the little sheep-looking one.
Nice work.
Excuse me.
That was lucky.
Magic must defeat magic!
Pixel Knight says somehow still not as weird as the time in the show where Mary Jane becomes a mind-controlled magic flying ninja with laser eyes who's also part of a cult. Oh, I didn't read the above part. The way the Green Goblin suit just gets created and that it's a Hobgoblin suit, they introduced him before Green Goblin for some reason. They got altered by the same gas Norman Osborn inhaled to become Green Goblin, and it somehow has the hat that doesn't have the hood and the cape anymore for some reason. Yeah, comic book logic. It's like video game logic. Furball, yeah. Alright, we got a slime that's weak to fire. So this ought to take him out. Now, I'll admit, when Spider-Man and X-Men came on Disney Plus, I watched like a couple episodes, but I haven't. I'm like you, Pixel Knight. There's just too much to do. So I've never been that much of a TV watcher. I'll watch stuff with my wife. We watched the first episode of Miss Marvel. And so yeah, when it comes to, you know, Marvel doing their take on a horror deal, like they did with Doctor Strange and Moon Knight, not as much of a fan. But Ms. Marvel, from what I've gleaned, and again, I've only seen the first episode, is pretty much a superhero show, but with Lizzie McGuire, where, you know, you're following a teenage girl in her day-to-day, and I'm much more, you know, I'm much more in favor of that one, so I'll watch some more episodes of that with my wife when that comes up. Alright, so they said the Western Cave. So we've bought 3 torches, so we should be able to get into the cave. Pixel Nice says technically there's cartoon logic, yeah. Also very similar to video game logic and comic book logic. Pixel says they hold up pretty well. Spider-Man never punches anyone except for once when he has the black suit and almost murders the Shocker. I remember seeing more of Spider-Man as a kid. I didn't see very much of X-Men at all. Just enough so that I was like aware of the characters. Like I said when I was streaming War of the Gems, like I knew about Wolverine and Beast, but some of the other characters I didn't know about. Ooh. So I think that the way that the random encounter logic works on the map is depending on where what tile you're on, which in this case I'm on the forest. I think the encounter rate goes up if you're on the forest.
You can't walk on water.
Okay, that's water. I know. So I'm using a D-pad, and if you press left, it goes to the mountain, and if you press down, it goes to the water. So I guess I better start using the joystick.
A rather large number of monster prints on the ground. A wry smile plays across your lips as you remove the scrap of paper from your pack. You pull from your pack the scrap of paper you picked up just north of Castle Advent. You feel around in the grass for a few moments before your hand strikes something surprisingly firm. The scrap of paper tells no lies.
Oh, nice.
Open the chest. And fight.
Now these guys should be fairly quick. And Spider-Man isn't holding back, even if he doesn't have the black suit. He's definitely going to kill you easily. He can punch Scorpion's jaw off. Well, not completely off, but still. Pixel says, never I looked up the panel. Oh, I looked up the panel to confirm that he does knock his jaw off completely. We'll just do slash. Excellent.
I was lucky.
Yeah, well, I didn't even need to be lucky. All right, that'll wrap up this one. So yeah, I tweeted about this, but I'm going into the office more often now. So I'm in the office, and I've said before on my work computer, Twitch doesn't work anymore. And I'm kind of bummed about it. Yeah, let's go fishing. Alright, so last time we did Mars Rod, and let's do Melodies this time.
The fishing line is taut. Careful. The line is about to break. You pull the line up carefully and find a fish bigger than any one man could hold. Melanie is about to say something to you, but catches sight of your proud expression and quickly turns her face away. I'd hate for this big thing to go to waste, so why don't you invite the others? She begrudgingly suggests, then starts a fire. You wish she could just be honest. Even so, it doesn't stop you from enjoying the fish with your companions.
Yay! Interesting. Pixel Knight says, this is when Doc Ock was Spider-Man for a bit, and he also beats the Vulture so bad he goes blind. Oh, Doc Ock, yeah, that's a character that I was like, oh yeah, Doc Ock is super cool. I thought having, you know, a supervillain with mechanical arms was really cool. But yeah, so I'm on my computer at work, and I'm a little annoyed because Twitch doesn't work on my work computer. And so I'm explaining it to my coworkers sitting around me, and I was like, yeah, Twitch doesn't work. And then out of nowhere it occurs to me, I was like, well, what about ESPN? Does that work? So I open up ESPN.com. Yeah, that works. I try NBA.com. I try NFL.com. And I'm like, well, these all work. This is a bunch of garbage. You know, the stuff I like to do is blocked, but not, you know, what probably, you know, the head of the company likes or whatever. And so another coworker comes over and he says, oh yeah, you know, it's not our company specifically that's doing this, because what's blocking it is most likely a just an algorithm that runs on a bunch of different companies' machines, and and so there's probably just an aggregate where if enough companies manually block Twitch, then it gets blocked on all of them, because it got blocked out of nowhere. So I still think it's garbage that Twitch is blocked, but not ESPN or NFL.com or NBA.com or any of that stuff. It's just Twitch, just the, you know, the website that I want to go look at. So yeah, not happy with that. Like I said in my tweet, I'm calling shenanigans. Pixel Knight says Doc Ock took over his body for a bit and was actually a decent little hero. A little violent. Eventually, when he gives his body back to Peter, it leads to a great moment. Good. Alright, we've unlocked the Goblin story. Still looking for a western cave.
Journey onward, only to see a suspicious-looking elder appear before you, a bottle of medicine dangling from his waist.
A suspicious senior, huh?
Proclaims himself a man of medicine who has discovered a revolutionary new curative. He would have one of your party drink it as a test.
Well, I know this is gonna end.
No harm in trying it, he boldly claims. Well,
I know this is gonna end badly, but you gotta test it, right?
you take the stranger at his word and drink one of the bottles dry. You gradually begin to feel quite ill. The world spins. You feel yourself coming unmoored. The doctor of sorts eyes the now empty bottle. Well now, drinking it all at once is a fine way to poison yourself, he tells you. Should have led with that, you try to say, but it comes out sounding more like
Oh no. There it is, Western Cave. Let's uncover all of the other cards. Just because I want to. Peter gets his body back and changes into his classic suit and goes to the Green Goblin. Hang on. And says, I know it's you in there, Otto. A different costume doesn't matter. You're right, I may not have been the best fashionist, but at least I have the dignity not to wear a man's purse. Goblin's eyes narrow. It's you, the one and only. It's the same guy from before. Luigi, this isn't... Alright, we'll deal some guys. Pixel Nice. Sorry, I had to make the joke. So yeah, I know it's not the most exciting game, but I think I'm gonna enjoy it for a little bit. I am planning on doing a few more Shredder's Revenge streams. I want to complete that game. There's a few achievements like getting through a stage without losing any, or without taking any damage and whatnot. You've reached the Western Caves entrance. A perilous dungeon lies ahead. Adventurers are advised to be at least level 3 before entering. We are. Enter Western Cave, yes.
Light can't reach the furthest depths of the cave. It may be impossible to proceed without a torch.
What will you do? Well, we'll light a torch. Use the torch.
You light the torch. It'll be much easier to explore now with your surroundings better illuminated.
Search the Western Cave for Cyprie's prized possession.
Though the torch lights your immediate surroundings, you still cannot peer far.
The ability to manipulate the camera has been restricted. So, when you play the demo, I think the demo ends after this cave. So it should be new after this. Alright, so now we're trying to figure out enemies. So naturally the mushroom guy is weak to fire. Let's see if we can find out. Lightning strike. Let's see if the skeleton is weak to lightning. No, it's neutral. We'll just ram. Excellent. Pixel Knight says, that is one of my favorite Spider-Man moments. I liked most of the superior Spider-Man stuff. Just seeing someone with Otto's personality as Spidey is great. Oh, I think I'm gonna stand up. Treasure discovered. Okay. Enemy appears.
Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do this. Like him babysitting for the Fantastic Four. Alright, we'll just do slash. Yeah, this game is definitely a beginner's RPG. I mean, the game even suggested a level for us to be before entering the dungeon. So yeah, if my kids get interested in RPGs, Roundhouse. Oh, excellent. This might be the one I get them started on. Oh no, enemy! I gotta say, I'm enjoying it. It's definitely a chill, relax game. Add 5 to fire damage target takes for 3 turns. Add 5 to fire damage target takes for 3 turns. Okay. Alright, back here we go. Basic dungeon. The objective is to
And fight.
get through the endurance run with your party intact. Pixel Knight says, it's a similar reason to why I enjoy Kane as Scarlet Spider. He's like Spider-Man, but more crass and sarcastic, with Kane having lines like, oh great, we'll get cancer as we die. Let's see now, is bolt damage good against skeletons? I can't remember. Looks like it's neutral. Let's do roundhouse just to deal damage to everybody. Excellent. And we'll just do a quick magic strike. That should take him out. Ooh, let's pick this one. Antidote. I'm happy with that. Yeah, see, I know that them setting the table down is loading fight and everything, but it does feel a little slow.
Excellent.
Ram, thud. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I gotta say, announcement season for video games has been kind of quiet for me. I'm very excited about,
Door is shut tight. It seems, upon closer examination of the door, you spot
okay.
a cavity that looks like some
so we've got to come back here with a sphere of some kind. I will admit, Battle Network has got my hopes up, but I really need it to have multiplayer capabilities. And I thought it was interesting that they kept saying, oh yeah, 10 games. And I'm like, that's like Pokemon releasing a collection with red, blue, and yellow and saying 3 games. No, it's really just 1 game, just 3 versions. So to me, there's still 6 games. But if I recall, Battle Network games are like Pokemon games in that they only give you 1 save. So if anything, it'll be good to have like a save for blue and a save for white when it comes to Mega Man Battle Network 3. I think this is going to be one of those games that I get both digitally and physically. I'm going to get the physical version so that my kids can play it on their Switch, so they can take the physical cart and put it on their Switch, and then they can have a save file for each game. And then I'll have the digital version on my Switch, and I'll just be able to have that with me all the time. Pixel Knight says there's also stuff like Spider-Man saying my spider sense is tingling, and then Kane saying, "My, we should break his face we should break his face sense is tingling." The hard part is actually finding a train for Kane's solo comic.
Save your game.
Ooh, yeah, thanks for the reminder. Star Force 2 gives you 2 saves since it has 2 versions in one with each one. So yeah, I brought this up on Twitter and Discord, but I'm pretty sure there's 3 games from the Battle Network series that are missing. If I'm remembering correctly, there was a port for Battle Network 5 for the DS. As far as and that's not in this collection. Then there's also Battle Chip Challenge. I looked over the 10 game stuff, the 10 games listed, and Battle Chip Challenge was not on there. And then there's a Battle Network game for the GameCube that I have never played, but I hear it's not very good, but it's one of those where I'm a fan of the series, I'd like to try it, so... But that's not going to be there either. So we'll have to see... Oh wait, that's not a path over there, is it? In both, you either get Ninja or Saurian and Zerker. Because yeah, I have the DS games behind me. And so I have all of the Star Force games. And I'd be okay with there not being a... I'd be okay with missing the Star Force games, because at least they're on the DS. And I know the DS doesn't have online capabilities anymore, but the DS can still connect with other DS systems and do multiplayer, so it's still something that is more accessible than getting 2 Game Boy Advance systems and a link cable. So okay. Nope, that is not a path. Pixel Knight says the DS one only has some DS screen stuff and some video clips, I believe.
And
2 extra double souls, so I think they will add in somehow. Perhaps. I'm a little bit like my brother Master Zero that was here earlier, when he said a lot of his knowledge, well, in fact, all of his knowledge came from the cartoon. And some of mine, like I don't think they had Double Soul in Battle Network 3, but I do remember them having Double Soul in the show. And I actually have a board game that's based on the show. NT Warrior, not the games.
don't hold back.
Alright, if you say so.
That was lucky.
They have it in 4 and onward. Okay, okay. Other than that, you just pick the version you want to play. Okay. There we go. So yeah. So if I go to my goals and plans card for this year, it says stream Final Fantasy VI, which I did. And my devotion to going back and finishing that game is waning as things go on. There's always an enemy right in front of the chest. I am noticing that. Every time I'm one space away from a chest. Oh, wait. No, because 2 spaces I was 1 space away from a chest and that didn't happen, so... Ignore that. But yeah, mine says stream Final Fantasy 3, stream Mega Man X after I get done making the Mega Man videos. And then it has Legend of Dragoon, Eternal Eyes, or Sword of Mana on the list. And then it says Shredder's Revenge upon release, or Mega Man Battle Network Collection upon announcement. So, well, I do kind of want to go through the Mega Man games in order. As soon as they release this, I definitely want to stream Mega Man Battle Network 1. At least the first one. Alright, so I just got gold from that treasure chest. So I still need a sphere in order to open the door.
That was lucky.
So... I actually have my next video written out. But I found out that my my video on Qbert has been corrupted on YouTube. And so the audio and the video are like 30 seconds apart. It's not even a little bit apart. They're way off. And so I've gone and opened up that script, and I'm going to go I'm gonna go back and re-record and re-edit that one. So pretty much, you know, just make it from scratch. So I have 3 more videos that I want to make. And then I'm getting pretty confident. Well, not confident. I'm happy with where my videos are at now. I realized that I realized that my earlier videos were just that. They were earlier videos. They weren't going to be reflective of my best work. I understood that. I had no problem with it. But
You did great.
especially with this last video on the Lost Vikings, I'm happy with the process. I'm happy with how it turned out. It actually got 100 views in the first week without any additional advertising from me, which when I was first putting out videos, I would make a video and then I would post it to YouTube, and then I would post it to half a dozen Facebook groups. I would post it on Reddit. I would post it just anywhere that would allow me to post a link to my video. And I got views, but and you know, I got subscribers and stuff. I think that's how I got my first 100 subscribers, was just peddling my videos to anywhere that would take them. You know, and I got banned from a few subreddits and Facebook groups and stuff, but I didn't know what I was doing. And so now I'm trying to let things go a little more organically. I'm not as worried about getting views and subscribers. I'm more enjoying the process and being like, oh yeah, you know, I want to put this clip in and you know, Pixel Knight says, I need to watch that NT Warrior anime. I can't find the full thing subbed or dubbed though. And Pixel Knight says, I kind of like how you added a bit more humor. Yeah, I like having the characters say stuff. You know, maybe crack a joke. It's funny because you'll... in the Lost Vikings video, I use a Mario 3 map to illustrate how playing this one stage feels like playing 4 stages in a row. And I actually do that same thing in my... shoot, what's it called? In my Wizards and Warriors video. Okay, well, I think I've explored everything, and I don't have a sphere. So did I need that back at town? What is going on? And you can just tell a little bit of how far I've come, because before the characters were just cut out, so I have a Mario 3 Mario overworld sprite that just is on there, and they don't animate, they just move from one stage to the next. And so, but in this latest one, I got the Mario 3 moving on the map sound effect. I got the sprites to move across the path and everything. So, you know, but when I was looking up advice on how to, you know, start a YouTube channel, honestly, the most impactful advice that I got was just make videos. Look, you're not going to come out swinging. You need to make videos so that you can grow. So pretty much the advice was, don't take your masterpiece. Don't try to tackle your masterpiece first. And so I tried starting with games that... Wario Land 5 Wizards and Warriors on Switch now for $69,420. So, you know, I tried to pick games that were lesser known, that I knew probably wouldn't get as many views. So the games like Wizards and Warriors and MC Kids and, you know, older NES games that didn't have sequels. So I was like, okay, I'm going to start with these. I actually remade I think I've mentioned this before, but I remade the How Save States Change Super Mario Brothers game more than once. I have an older version of that, and then I have the version that's out now. And if I was more of a perfectionist, I'd be like, I could make that video better. I should remake that video. But then when I watch it, I'm like, well, I get my point across in the video. I feel like I explained myself. So I was able to go and cut out some of the fluff in there and just kind of make it shorter. And so I'm pretty pleased with how the videos are now. And the only reason I'm completely redoing the Cuber video from scratch is, again, because it got completely corrupted. Some sort of sphere should go in there. Oh, I did find a magic sphere. Oh, awesome. Wasn't even paying attention.
Into the cavity, and the door opened.
Seth doing his usual job of not paying attention. So again, one space away from a chest. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, it is getting late. We'll go for about another half hour. Oh, missed it by 1. I did post a video on my live channel about a fix that I really want in Splatoon 3. For me, it just takes way too long to get into a Splatoon game. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna make a video that is just me trying to get into a Splatoon game. It ended up being 2.5 minutes long, from booting up the game to starting my first match, and that is just too long. You know what game did that great? Is Super Mario 35. Super Mario Brothers 35. You could jump into a game super fast. And honestly, that's another reason why I want to try Fall Guys. If you can get into a match of Fall Guys super quick, I would be more inclined to play it. Pixelnight says, part of me wants for a milestone video or an anniversary video to make a video talking about how much I despise the Man of Steel. Yeah, I think you could totally do that. I think that once I get done making the Mega Man videos, that's going to be part of... Oh, it didn't die. Yeah, that is going to be kind of like the end of an era on that channel. I think I'm going to make game design videos always, just as I play games, and as I stream games on Twitch and everything, I'm going to be interested in, oh, you know, well...
Claret Trail leads you deeper into the cave. Was the walking wounded a monster or a human?
Ooh.
A knot forms in your gut. You raise the torch to get a better look at your surroundings. The walls have been gouged and scarred as far as you can see. Another message comes into view, written in tiny letters among the scars. I will find you.
Creepy.
What horrors transpired here?
Ooh. It's getting spicy now. But yeah, because, you know, I've talked about how I would like to get a game show put together to, you know, kind of have community night around. And I think it would be really fun to get that going, but, you know, I don't have enough time to work on all of these side projects. I mean, that's something that a full-time content creator does, and like I've said, I'm not a full-time content creator. I don't even refer to myself as a content creator. I'm a software engineer. And so I think after I make the Mega Man videos, I think my videos will slow down to even more slowly trickled out than usual. Right now I'm at the pace of like one video every like 4 months. It's kind of silly. But Pixel Knight says, I'm going for something like Nitro Rad or something, but not just about video games. Oh, yeah, you could definitely take the feel of a streamer or a YouTuber and just apply your own topic to it, for sure. Yeah, don't let that hold you back. It's funny because when I started, I was like, oh yeah, I definitely want to make videos like the Gaming Historian, because he's one of my favorites. And then after making a few of them, I was like, I'm not making documentary style videos. I should be, you know, doing things a little different. And so I feel like I have my own pace now. Just my own way of going about it. But for sure... Oh. Cards afflicted with poison take 1 to 6 points of damage at fixed intervals. Ugh. And so I actually ended up, like you said, it's kind of hard to describe the vibe you're going for, Pixel Knight. So I'm kind of sitting here going, okay, well, the vibe I want is more along the lines of stop skeletons from fighting. Now, I'm not going to be as chipper and over the top as Derek Alexander. I really enjoy his videos. But, you know, I need to be a little bit more animated than I was. So is my guy still poisoned? Looks like not. So yeah, it's been interesting. You know, I've tried the whole make YouTube videos thing, and I like it. I think it's fun. So I think I'm definitely gonna do it every once in a while. But I know Pixel Knight says I'm also taking some humor style from Scott the Woz, just a tiny bit. Yeah. Why do I keep exposing the edges? I know that they're all walls. Alright, so nothing here. So yeah, I'm kind of getting... I know that YouTube is a game of momentum. And so I think that if I were to just focus on YouTube and see if I could get a video out every 28 days, I think that I would be, you know, I think my channel would be bigger than it is. Oh. Or I need to heal. My party's looking kind of weathered here.
You did great.
Yeah, except rolling a 4 when I needed a 5. So yeah, because like Hill Home, you know, Hill Home, he raids here often, and he puts out Let's Plays and stuff, and his channel is growing quick. So abilities. Oh, can I not heal outside of battle? Can I only heal in battle? Skills. Okay, now here we go. Oh, yep, it's not going to let me use this. This is just for equipping and moving them around. Oh, you can access the options. You do it from here. Okay. Alright, so I need to heal in battle. Pixel Knight says, another great example is a channel I watch called Garluros64. He actually inspired me to make my own video on the Sonic Game Gear Master System stuff. Mainly because in the wiki article for Sonic Chaos it says Eggman is making nukes. Yeah, I have a lot of sub projects that I want to put together, but you know, I only have so much time, and actually I have less time in the summer Because I do all this stuff after my kids go to
Nice
bed.
work.
But my kids stay up later in the summer, so... Ooh, critical heal. Pixelnice says, I'm not kidding. The plot of Sonic Chaos is nukes. I believe it. I totally believe it. Seven. Donk. Um... Nope. Perfect. Heal. So, yeah. This whole experience has been fun. Like I said, I still want to finish the Mega Man videos before the end of the year. But yeah, I think that starting on my game show is probably going to be a next year thing. And I'm okay with that. Pixel Knight says there's two kind of plots in Sonic games in a nutshell. I'm going to build a theme park and I'm going to blow up the world, then build a theme park. It's true. It's true. I know exactly what you're talking about. Cough. Play the X series though. Yeah, it's on the list. Like I said, I really do. I mean, that's one of the reasons I started playing so many RPGs this year. And I said at the beginning of the year in January, I said this is going to be the year of the RPG. You know, because RPG games take longer. And it gives me more time to work on videos and because it's much easier for me to just come down here and be like, oh, okay, we're gonna be playing Voice of Cards. It's probably gonna take me 6 weeks, and playing the same game for 6 weeks is much easier than switching up games every 2 or 3 weeks. So I was very happy with Shredder's Revenge. Like I said, I've got a few more streams of that I want to do. We'll probably just sprinkle them in here. Numbstay Ring. Alright, let's equip that to Melanie. Yep. We'll go to equipment. Yeah, I know some people wonder, they're like, are you a real Mega Man fan? How can you know, have not played Mega Man X? And, I don't know. When I played Mega Man as a kid, I don't know, I just wanted well, I think this happened 10 Pixel9 goes, you thought this was the year of the Taggart. No, it's the year of the RPG. Yeah, and I think next year might be the year of the RPG too. Just because it's easier. to run streams, but I also realize there's a trade-off. I think that, you know, you have less exciting moments in a stream when you're playing an RPG, in my opinion. I think that, you know, if I'm playing Mega Man and I'm going against the final boss, that's more exciting than going through like a... In my opinion, it's more fun to watch the boss of a Mega Man game than it is to watch the boss of an RPG. Pixelite says, I had to look up what year it is in the Chinese zodiac for that. See, points for accuracy. Because you could have said anything, and I would have been fine with it. Oh, we missed. Oh no, we're actually good. I'll just do slash. Because I'll tell you one thing, it's
Congrats.
difficult to collaborate with people. Like I said on Saturday when we did the Shredder's Revenge stream, I originally had 6 people lined up for that, and 4 of them had to cancel because of COVID. 3 of them had COVID, and 1 of them was watching kids when he usually wouldn't be because his ex-wife had COVID.
You make to open the chest, but an ominous voice echoes around you. I will not relinquish my horde. The next instant, something leaps at you out from the darkness.
It's a good thing we just healed up. Ooh.
The enemy.
Okay, let's see if he's vulnerable to fire. Pixel says, apparently I was born in the year of the dog. Oh good, paralysis actually doesn't work on Melanie because we gave her that ring. Alright, let's do lightning strike to deal bolt damage. We're just seeing, we're trying to suss out strengths and weaknesses. So fire was neutral. Let's do wind. Ouch. Let's try lightning strike again. See if we miss, because we missed with it last time. Alright, no change. Alright, let's do freeze. Inflict freeze if roll is 5 or greater. Alright, alright. Ooh, and we get a 10-sided. Ooh, a 10! Noise! Critical.
Oh?
Cards afflicted with a freeze cannot move until they are attacked and take double the damage. So he's just done then. I could sit here and heal and he can't do anything to me. Huh. Interesting. Alright, so double damage, and we'll use... He probably still heals at the end of a round. Oh, we got a 5. This is very much reminding me of like the Pokemon trading card game, where you know you have the status elements and you'll turn the card and everything. So we get a 10-sided dice. Ah, we got a 3. We win. Yay, Mar leveled up. Periodically restore own health by 5 for 3 turns. Oh, cool. Bueno, bueno.
The monster defeated, you turn toward the treasure chest.
I love that our party is titled The Would-Be Hero and Company. Like, we haven't done anything yet. We don't get to be a hero.
And see those Ivory Order jerks rooting through it.
You jerks. So, yeah, when you play the demo to this game, they definitely elevate the Ivory Order on a pedestal. And just like you saw at the beginning when we played through that first tutorial, it does the same thing. But yeah, the game is definitely painting them in a different light.
You rush over, but you're too late to stop them. Sweet of you to take care of the monsters for us, trills Winifred, favoring you with a smile. Tucking the spoils from the chest safely into a bag, the Ivory Order trio stroll away whence they came. Knowing you couldn't stop them if you tried, you can do nothing but stand slack-jawed and watch them go.
You roll a nat 1 and slip on a random banana peel and your character dies.
The chest is empty, save for a ragged doll.
Oh, I'll bet that's the treasure we were here to
Nice
get.
of them to leave us the trash, you grumble in irritation.
Yep, this confirms they are pure evil dragon worshippers or just jerks. See, well, and I think that's why they had our character try to pickpocket them, is to put off, you know, to get a bad relationship going between our party and them.
For some reason, Melanie picks up the ragged doll. Your shoulders slump. All that effort. You find nothing else even close to treasure. Hope Cypri is ready for bad news.
Nah, Cypri wanted the doll.
Leave now would be the fastest way out. You left the western cave.
Oh, good. Yeah. So yeah, I think because it's pretty clear that the Ivory Order has a lot of supporters, and they do a lot of good. You know, and I have the word.
Nice.
They're portrayed as altruistic. You know, and we are portrayed as, oh, you know, Melanie just wants to slay the dragon, and our character is completely motivated by money and all that good stuff. And so they play our character's weakness against their strength, where we pickpocket them. And so no wonder they don't like us. We tried to steal their money. And so it gives them the justified reason of being jerks to us. So that's much more interesting if our character was just the silent protagonist and they're just jerks just because. And what is what?
It seems the sound of a flute could once often be heard coming from the doctor's house. His neighbors complained about the noise, though, and all has been quiet since. Were you able to find my treasure, Sipri?
What's up, Tater Tots? We're playing a new game tonight. We're playing Voice of Cards. So yeah, it's definitely a chill out sort of RPG. It's very much like a one player D&D campaign. You have one guy that's the game master, and he kind of walks you through the adventure. Pixel Nice says, I was talking about the monster guy. Oh, okay. Tater and Tots, never heard of it, but it looks it's very chill.
This is all we found, says Melanie, withdrawing the ragged doll.
Yeah, this is also very much a back to basics RPG. So
Sipri's eyes widen as soon as he sees the doll, and he reaches out to take it.
So we just went on an adventure to collect some treasure for this guy Sipri. And of course, the rival party reached the treasure chest before us and took all the treasure, and all that was left was the ragged doll. And if you've ever played an RPG, you're like, oh, well, obviously the ragged doll is what we were supposed to get, and this is what Sipri wants.
Taking his gaze away from the doll, he begins to speak. Sipri tells you he gifted this doll to his young daughter a long time ago. But she fell gravely ill and died.
Oof.
Since then, Sipri has treasured this doll as he treasured his daughter. Then the monsters took it from him. Sipri turns to Melanie, his head bowed deeply in gratitude. So you reclaimed the treasure by complete accident. You step closer to Sipri.
So my character is all about the money, but when it gives us choices like that, I'm going to pick what I wanted. The deal was that he would tell us about the dragon if we got that.
Glad you could join us today.
So, rolls nat 1. You spontaneously combust with bright purple explosions. Hey, the best color, I'm down.
What do you know about the dragon? You rudely inquire. Sipri gestures as if to say, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Far to the east of town is a place called Unionville, where monsters and humans live together in harmony.
Unionville.
According to Sipri, you might be able to learn something there, as the dragon and monsters are not totally unrelated. Upon hearing that, you turn on your heel to leave.
Our character really is a jerk.
Sipri calls out to stop you. Journeying to Unionville entails traversing the dense expanse of the bewildering wood. You'll need this, he says, and holds out something for you.
Ah. Play this flute at a specific location in the bewildering wood. So I'll bet you if we would have entered it sooner, because we have already found the entrance to the bewildering wood, then I'll bet it ends up working like the Forest of Illusion in Super Mario World, where it just goes in a circle, unless you have this flute, which is probably how you get out.
You won't make it through the bewildering wood without it, Sipri says. Your sights set on the distant Unionville, you resolve to navigate through the bewildering wood.
Totally not an ocarina. Set out for the bewildering wood east of Thriston. Okay, so I'm going to save and do my usual party management stuff in between streams, upgrading equipment and stuff. Let's go to the collection, though.
I'm lost. Oh, the lost toy.
Let's see. Cypri is a longtime scholar of monsters and monster behavior. Most people in his village simply call him Cypri. Cypri studies monsters for the sake of his daughter, a daughter whom, curiously, no one has ever seen. So, after you get through certain requirements, you unlock the flip side of a story. Like this mature woman that we went over earlier, where it says every morning she wakes up early to get breakfast ready, and every morning she has to take her husband's abuse. There's only so much a woman can stomach. And then if you flip it over, the mornings are quiet now, save for the soft sounds of chopping. Her husband vanished some days ago, and ever since, meat has been on the menu more often than not. So they definitely give, you know, some interesting stories here for the NPCs. So all of those, all of that supplementary information is interesting, to say the least. All right, let's go ahead and save here. Tater says it definitely does not influence time. Pixel Knight says, and we're definitely not the Lost Woods. Can I go 5 seconds without a typo? Tater says there will definitely not be a forest child with a demonic world-ending mask there. Pixel Knight says, yep, definitely a game to have your kids play, Seth. Yeah. Yeah. I said it's a back to basics RPG. Probably not my kid's first RPG. Alright, let's see who's on. Oh, Art of Mana is playing Fall Guys. Let's go raid him. Art of Mana is another streaming dad. I definitely, I definitely enjoy watching him, and so we'll go right over there. Tater says, what do you think would be a perfect My First RPG before you go for the younglings? So definitely Pokemon. You know, Pokemon was pretty much made to be the first RPG. If you're going for a classic, then Super Mario RPG is a good one. And if you want more of an action RPG that you can go through with the kiddos, definitely Secret of Mana is a good one. And those are the ones that come to mind first. I haven't played the Mario and Luigi RPG series, but I hear that one is a pretty good basic RPG. Yeah. Yeah, I'd shoot for those right off the top of my head. For the younglings, yep. Pixel Knight says, where we will definitely not be trapped. It's definitely not a Deku scrub, and have to get help from a not a happy mask salesman. Pixel Knight says, Mega Man Battle Network is a good older one, and Final Fantasy Remake on DS. Ooh, yeah, that's another one. When it comes to stuff I want for the Switch, I definitely want the pixel remasters. Pixel remasters for the Final Fantasy games. Pixel Knight says the Mario and Luigi games are also good. Yep. Okay, so... Oh, let me hit start raid. And we'll fire up this raid for Art of Mana. But yeah, thanks guys for coming. We had a great time. It's a super chill game. It's definitely going to be one we play. If How Long to Beat is anything to go by, we'll probably be playing this for about a month and a half. But yeah, super excited. We got more Shredder's Revenge coming too. So yeah, look forward to all of that. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys next week. Bye. I need to go and open up the raid target stream before I do the raid thing.
School with the raid.
There we go.
What?
Alright, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the VOD. Bye.